AT&T, always there.
Day morning at 6 Eastern on HLN.
Breaking news, we are just getting reaction from Trayvon Martin's parents to President Obama's comments today, saying in a new statement, we are deeply honored and moved that President Obama took the time to speak publicly and at length about our son Trayvon. The president's comments give us great strength at this time. We are thankful for President Obama's and Michelle's prayers, and we ask for your prayers as well as we continue to move forward. Again, that is a statement from Trayvon Martin's family regarding the president. Those comments come after a very personal message from President Obama today. Speaking from the White House briefing room, President Obama said what happened to Trayvon Martin deserves further investigation. Here's part of it.
I just ask people to consider, if Trayvon Martin was of age and armed, could he have stood his ground on that sidewalk? And do we actually think that he would have been justified in shooting Mr. Zimmerman, who had followed him in a car, because he felt threatened? And if the answer to that question is at least ambiguous, then it seems to me that we might want to examine those kinds of laws.
It appears the investigation into the shooting death of Trayvon Martin is far from over. The president's words come just as the Department of Justice orders Sanford police to hold on to all the evidence. We're talking about George Zimmerman's gun, too. Is this a sign they may pursue a civil rights case against Zimmerman? The Legal Dream Team is here to break down the latest development. Want to introduce attorneys Tanya Miller, John Phillips, Darren Kevinoki joins us live from Los Angeles. Good to see all of you. Tanya, I want to start with you on this. It just felt like something was wrong when I heard that Zimmerman could hold on to the gun. For some reason, that felt wrong to me, no matter what you believe happened on that day. Do you think this means that a civil suit is in the near future?
Well, I don't know if a civil suit is in the near future, but what this means to me, the feds are taking this very seriously, okay? They are getting this evidence. They are conducting a real investigation. And frankly, I think there is a possibility. I might be the lone person in the country who sees it this way, but I think there is a real possibility that the feds might charge a civil rights violation in this case because so many people view this case so differently.
Yeah, we've seen so many protests of people just standing up for Trayvon Martin. John, what about the president talking about the stand your ground law and saying, okay, it's ambiguous? Do you see that changing the law in the near future?
We've got to. You know, no matter where your opinion is on what stand your ground means and what it's supposed to do, it doesn't do that. And we had Mark O'Meara and the prosecutors arguing over a comma. If the lawyers can't get a comma right, and the judges can't get a comma right, and the legislators get a comma right, how do we expect 6 people that all you had to have was a driver's license figure out what it's supposed to mean and what it's supposed to say?
Darren, I will say that people around the building stopped at all the monitors, all the TVs when they saw President Obama speaking. I think the country was desperate to hear from our leader. What did you think of President Obama speaking on this?
Well, on the one hand, I really liked it, and I think that we all need to put aside the formality, the legal blah, 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 and have a real conversation. But what that requires is everybody being willing to set aside whatever agenda they have and really listen to one another. You know, it's so interesting because obviously President Obama's experience is very different than mine. And while on the one hand, there are certain aspects of his experience that I might naturally want to even discount to say, you know, really, is that really the experience you had? Yet I can't do that. It's really important that we all have a deeper listening and understanding of each other, or else we're going to keep on getting the same results that we've been getting. Right. And I don't think anybody likes where that's at.
Because the bottom line is the president went through that. He was saying, I was followed in a department store. I went through that. I was walking down the street and saw someone hit the lock button. Tanya, he also talked about the future, and he said from generation to generation, he sees it getting better, saying he saw with his own daughter, Sasha Malia, and their interactions. So he was putting a spin on this in his truth, saying it is getting better.
And I think many people believe that. I think many African Americans believe that, even though they might be critical of this verdict, they might be critical of stand your ground laws. There's still work to do. There's still some dialogue that needs to happen. But I don't think anybody is saying that we have not made tremendous strides on the front of racial equality and seeing each other as sort of an American family. So I thought it was very honest that he put that in there. The fact that he referenced his daughters, I think that's absolutely true. It rang true for me. I have a 17-year-old daughter, and I can tell you, while I was shocked and surprised to see the first black president, she was not.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Tanya, John, and Darren, stick around. We have a lot more to talk about legally. Thanks so much. And coming up, don't miss Nancy Grace tonight when she sits down for an intimate interview with Trayvon Martin's parents. How are Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin coping in the wake of a not guilty verdict? How do they plan to honor their son's legacy? Find out tonight on Nancy Grace.